Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. Sorry about the sound on yesterday's video. I'm not sure why it was so low. I turned up my volume and it seemed to work better, but it wasn't great. So I'm hoping I'm not having an issue with my camera. But this is the general reading for all signs for Thursday, the 30th of September, the last day of September. Crazy. So we're getting ready to go into October, guys. This is for all signs. It is a broad spectrum reading, so you have to figure out where it best fits in your life, if at all. So keep that in mind. Hey, get out of there. No. Puppies are growing, and they're trying to get into everything. Stop it. This is, please check out the drop-down menu. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. What else was the other thing I was going to say? Share the video out. Leave a question or comment. Don't chew the cord, please. Leave a question or comment. All of that stuff. So you know the drill. You can watch any of my videos and figure it all out. All right, let's see where these cards are taking us for the end of the month. And I've got also, for those of you over on Patreon, for the vote for this month, for October, I'm not doing a vote because I've already chosen the decks for October on purpose. So there will be no poll this month for the month of October, just so you know. Okay, so let's see what our card is for the day. Oh, hello, it's the Devil. Right on, let's go Capricorn energy, coming in hot. All right, so no pun intended. The Devil is basically the thing that we don't want to look at, the elephant in the room, the thing that maybe, the vice that we might have that haunts us, the challenge that we may avoid, or we may spend a lot of time spinning our wheels trying to avoid it. It can be, just an overall bad situation that we're somewhat either stuck in, addicted to, enslaved by, can't get away from. Now, this can be things that are like, not only like addictive, right? Like they can be he can represent full out addiction in general and poor behavior, poor choices. He can also be sort of carnal knowledge, very base enjoyment at very sort of base physical level. He's not always a bad card. He can represent like, intense sort of physical attraction to the point where we could be potentially addicted to it or lost in it, right? But to me, when I'm looking at this and then I'm looking at all of the cards that we've had this week, right? It speaks to the fact, or what I feel like is going on here is we're being forced to face something within ourselves or around us, about ourselves, within a situation, within a person that we don't want to see or that we've tried to avoid for a long time. And maybe now is the time to actually come to terms with it, really look it square dead in the eye, make a decision around it. If we don't, it's only going to like potentially harm us. That would be the Devil, right? He wants to show us where our Achilles heel is. He wants us in submission. He wants us sort of slave to our own failures or frailties, right? He likes it when we make poor choices. He likes it when we stay stuck. He wants us stuck and not trusting ourselves. Remember, this it's an interesting week this week. We've got a really weird theme kind of going on with, there's something going on here with, I don't know, I want to say sort of important situations within our life, important people within our life. That angel stone, it's interesting we're seeing the Devil card at the end, towards the end of the week, and we have that angel grounding stone through this week, right? Where I've been telling you guys to sort of trust in your higher self, your higher power, your spirit guides, ask them to come in for help. We also saw the word miracle this week too. And then we see this Devil, and it sort of feels like the dark side of everything that we were being told to sort of do or look at or choose, right? It might be tempting for us to sink back into a situation that's no good for us. And this could be not only a situation or another person, but it could also be like a behavior that we do that we don't like, right? That holds us back, that allows us to judge ourselves, that allows us to sort of imprison ourselves in some way, right? And if we're choosing or thinking about or having resistance to that aspect of ourselves, the devil prefers that, right? He wants us kind of split in two, or, you know, not necessarily having all of our faculties available to us, right? So when we're busy trying to avoid something or not see the elephant in the room, so to speak, and it could be around our behavior, it could be around the behavior of somebody that we care deeply for, but maybe, you know, it's time that we really look at it for what it is, right? And really assess, is this good for me? Is this right for me? Has this served me in any way, right? And if those answers are like sort of no, then we need to, the devil sort of challenges us to stand tall and make a decision, right? And the reason why I say that too is because he's Capricorn energy, and we have the Empress from the weekly, right? So that's also sort of Venus energy, but she's also associated with Taurus, the loosely associated with the sign of Taurus, which is that Earth energy too. And then the end of the week card for the underpinning. So we're, you know, kind of hovering in that Venus Taurus connection, but we also have Knight of Pentacles, which is also Earth energy, right? And he's going to be very dedicated, plotting, serious, stubborn even. And so it's interesting to me because I feel like that Knight of Pentacles could maybe be us trying to avoid or trying to stick our feet in the mud at the end of this week around a situation that we don't want to deal with. And part of the reason why I'm feeling that is because this devil is here, right? I don't know if this is just specifically for one person or there's a lot of you going through this and this is resonating with you guys for this week, but this feels like a very much a specific challenge for somebody. And this is not easy. This is like an important relationship or an important situation that you've been dealing with for many years or for a long time, and you've been giving it your attention, trying to make excuses for it. And I kind of get the feeling that maybe now it's no longer available to you to make excuses. Does that make sense? Let's look at the Oracle card. Okay, yeah, well, that would make sense. This is the Sacred Journey Markers. It's Disruption, card number 39, right? So we're looking at 39 is going to boil down to numerologically 9 and 3 is 12, and 12 is a 3, right? Which is that mind, body, spirit connection. And then we've got the card Disruption. Something ain't right within us around this, whatever this is that we're facing. Whatever this challenge is that we don't want to look at, that we don't want to change, that we are resistant to sort of changing, whether it's within us or outside of us, it is going to cause us discomfort, annoyance. The devil card could us be reacting in anger. I love that you chose a Chihuahua for the devil. I think that's hilarious because they can, they're these tiny little dogs, but they can be so aggressive and hard to manage, even though they're so tiny. They usually have like these weird issues. And so, to me, this does not feel like a great day. I'm going to be honest. It feels like if we don't like sort of look at this or we don't deal with this, we could be facing further disruption, further discomfort. We could be challenged in ways that we don't want to be challenged in. The thing about the devil is he's not going to go away. And I will say this too, with all this earth, like between Capricorn, the Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles, this is going to be, that Knight of Pentacles will be, I wouldn't necessarily, he's dedicated in that way, right? But then when you add the devil to that mix, then it becomes the word relentless. You know, because the devil is relentless, but when he's backed up by the Knight of Pentacles and grounded sort of by the Empress, it's like, I kind of feel like whatever we're being forced to look at, the Empress wants us to heal, right? She loves us. She's the Queen Mother. So she's giving us this earthy sort of pushing us towards looking at this, right? The devil wants us to fail. The devil wants us to like, just don't deal with it, Susan. Just don't look at it, right? Pretend it's not there. That's the energy that I'm getting from the devil. And then the Knight of Pentacles is like, you know, stuck in the mud, essentially. if we don't look at this, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to change. It's going to be disruptive. It's going to be like sort of continue to be frustrating, ugly. It's going to devolve, not evolve. Does that make sense? And when I look at the 39, and that boils down to that number 3, and I think about the mind, body, spirit connection, like certainly we're off, right? I mean by off, like not off at the races. I mean like we're not feeling right. This situation is not right with us. It doesn't sit right with us. It doesn't work for us. And we need to deal with that, or else we continue to be in discomfort, right? So let's look to the grounding stone. It's also thundering right now outside. We're having a big old thunderstorm, so it's interesting that all of this is happening while we're having this little reading. And I find it interesting that there's that like thunder lightning bolt over the disruption word. It's like a shock to the system in a way. So here's your grounding stone. This is what you want to be grounding in today. The word is believe, right? I think that the word here is not only believing that the situation can change or that you can maybe conquer it, that you can look it dead square in the face it and like sort of peel the power back or gain your sort of sanity back, whatever it is that you're seeking in this situation. You have to believe that you can do that first. And you have to believe, like, we had these, you know, honor and miracle, these words this week feel a little bit, the grounding stones this week have told me that, you know, are we honoring ourselves in a situation or a relationship? Are we, you know, in need of a miracle, of something to change in our life that might be important to us, that we may be going back to, expecting sort of, there's that phrase that's the definition of insanity is repeating the same behavior over and over again and expecting different results. Think about that thought for a minute. And if you are, can you leave that alone? If you are doing that in any way somewhere in your life, then maybe we need to believe that we can do something different, or that we can begin to change, that we don't have to allow ourselves to be thrown off of our center in such a way. It's interesting that we've seen the devil as we're heading into October. Halloween and everything. But yeah, so just be aware, guys. I don't usually like to give out negative readings. I don't feel like this is a negative reading. I just feel like it's a call out from the cards or from spirit to tell you, like, look, where you at? Like, is something not right? Is something tearing you up on the inside? And are you able, do you believe in yourself enough to know that you can change this, that you can heal this, that you can bring this forward in a way that's productive and can make you whole again, right? Ultimately, the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles both are earthy and dedicated and skilled and capable in doing that, but they can also be just as much, not so much the Empress, but the Knight of Pentacles can be make this just as hard because it's a slow move, right? Because we can't seem to feel like we're making headway. So we need to believe that we can make that headway first. We need to believe in ourselves and believe in our ability to sort of shift or change. And then we can have that shift or change, right? But we also remember that grounding stone underneath all of this too is angel, like call upon your helpers. And not just anybody, but your true and trusted guides at this time. All right, that is your forecast. Thank you so much. Please hit the thumbs up button. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and share this video. Leave a question or comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.